You wake up, stretch, and check your phone, and it's everywhere. Footage from every continent. Enormous metallic structures hovering in the skies above cities and oceans. No one saw them coming, no warning, no message. They just appeared. Silent, still, watching. Air traffic halts. Military forces scramble. Social media spirals into chaos. And for the first time in human history, every person, regardless of country, language, or belief, asks the same question: what do we do now? In the first few hours, the world holds its breath. Are they here in peace or for conquest? Governments declare states of emergency. Fighter jets fly in tight formations near the crafts, yet the ships remain perfectly calm. There's no sign of weapons, no visible openings, no sound, just presence, as if they're waiting for us to figure something out. Panic spreads. Some people hoard supplies, others flood the streets in prayer. Some welcome them with signs that read, "Take me with you," while others board up their homes, convinced the end has come. TV news anchors stutter over their words. Scientists, politicians, even world leaders admit it openly. We don't know what's happening. And in the silence that follows, we begin to realize something unsettling. We're not in control anymore. 12 hours later, the first global broadcast appears. It doesn't come from a satellite or a TV station. Every screen on Earth, every phone, computer, television, billboard, goes black. Then, a symbol. Simple, elegant, and entirely alien. Then a voice. Or rather, a message, not heard with ears, but felt in the mind, deep, ancient, and calm. You are not alone. You have never been alone. That's it. No demands, no instructions, just that. And suddenly, everything changes. Mass confusion turns to mass reflection. People begin to dig deeper, searching for meaning in those words. Religious leaders interpret it as divine contact. Scientists see it as the greatest discovery in human history. Conspiracy theorists say, "We told you so." But beyond all the noise, one quiet truth begins to settle in. If aliens are real, everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe is wrong. We're no longer the apex intelligence. We're no longer alone on the cosmic stage. Think about it. How would you react if you knew with absolute certainty that we were just one of many intelligent species out there? Would you feel small or connected? Would it terrify you or set you free? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you believe humanity would do next. Within 24 hours, the world divides. Some want to welcome them, arguing this is humanity's chance to grow, to learn, to evolve beyond war and greed. Others are filled with fear, convinced that any superior force must be a threat. Nations argue, militaries prepare, protesters clash, and still the ships do nothing, just watching, until day 2. On the second day, something extraordinary happens. The ships begin to transmit not just symbols, but memories, visions, experiences. Suddenly, people all over the world report dreams, shared dreams, of alien landscapes, advanced cities suspended in clouds, oceans teeming with bioluminescent life, ideas about peace, collective intelligence, emotional synchronization. Some people wake up sobbing, overwhelmed by beauty. Others collapse in fear, confronted by their own insignificance. But all agree, the message is clear. They begin to organize, not in protest or rebellion, but in unity. And a question arises among the people, quietly at first, then louder. What if this is not of our strength, but of our wisdom On day 3, the ships descend, just a little. Still out of reach, but closer. Their presence becomes personal now. You can hear the soft hum in the air. See your reflection distorted in the smooth, dark surface overhead. And then, contact. Not with leaders, not with generals, with children. All around the world, children begin to speak words they've never learned, draw symbols they've never seen. They describe beings made of light and thought. They speak of harmony, of connectedness, of a world without war, without lies, without pain. It becomes obvious. The aliens are speaking to the next generation, not the ones who built walls, but the ones still capable of tearing them down. Can you imagine how that would feel? Knowing our future might not depend on us anymore? Would we fight to hold on to power? Or step aside and let the world change? By day 4, humanity is at a crossroads. One group demands the ships leave, fearing control, invasion, loss of sovereignty. Another group calls for open acceptance, hoping for knowledge, for healing, for evolution. And a third, growing faster than anyone expects, listening sits in stillness beneath the ships. Listening, waiting, hoping. That's when it happens. The sky fills with color, not light, but thought. A shared emotional wave ripples across the planet. Some fall to their knees, others simply weep, not out of fear, but release. For the first time in human history, we understand one another. No language, no barriers, just feeling. And in that moment, we are one species. Not American, or Chinese, or Russian, or African, just human. But every great story has resistance. By day 5, extremists lash out. One ship is attacked, unsuccessfully. The weapon never makes contact. Instead, it simply vanishes. The message is clear. Aggression is meaningless here. Yet the aliens do not retaliate. They only respond with a single shared vision. Earth, empty, not destroyed, not scorched, just abandoned, silent, and lifeless. A warning, not a threat. So now we stand on the edge of everything. What if aliens arrived tomorrow? Would we unite or divide? Would we meet them with open hands or clenched fists? Would we learn or collapse under the weight of our own fear? More than anything, ask yourself this: what would you do? Would you reach out and embrace the unknown? Would you cling to the past or leap into a future you can't fully understand? And if they gave us a choice to evolve or to stay the same, which would you choose? Let me know in the comments. Seriously, your voice matters here, because this isn't just a hypothetical. This is a mirror. Every what if reveals something true about who we already are. If this made you stop and wonder, good. That's why this channel exists. To question, to imagine, and to explore the biggest what-ifs in our universe. So, if you're someone who thinks beyond the surface, who believes imagination might be our most powerful tool, hit that like button, subscribe for more stories like this, and share this with someone whose mind is ready to go further. Because maybe aliens won't arrive tomorrow, but maybe they don't have to. Maybe what really matters is what we do today, before they ever get here, or before we become them.